Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, the product specialist with Camping World, and today we're going to go over the 2018 Jayco Octane 222. If you're looking for a big toy hauler, you just want a lot of space in the garage, this may not be a bad one to consider. I know at first, you're thinking 222, that's not very big, but because of the open floor plan, you actually have a lot of garage space. From the front bed all the way to the back ramp here through this center, you have 16 foot. So if you have a side-by-side, you do have the length here. The width may be a little bit more of a concern, but between your two wheel wells here, you have about 6.5, and between the two walls in the back here, you have a little over 8 foot, which is pretty darn good. And then from this countertop here to the back, you have about 8.5. So you do have pretty good space to work with, again, here in the garage. You have 6 tie downs here in the back. Then you have another one you will see all the way up front right here. If you take a look right down by the bed, you have another tie down there. So again, if you have the longer items in here, you can use all these to be able to put that in here. So, definitely, if you're looking to do like a side-by-side, something that's bigger like that, we'd want to make sure we get the exact measurements of your side-by-side because they do change a little bit. But we'd be more than happy to have a sales rep assist you with that and be able to measure it out and make sure it will fit. But let's talk a little bit more about some of the features here. So this does have the Happy Jack bed system on here. If you're not familiar with the Happy Jack, it is a power bed lift system. Works very, very well. As you can see, it does have the double rollover sofas as well as the queen bed. Cool thing about this, folks, is you can definitely sleep an additional 4 people in here, which is really neat. Drop this down, of course. That will give you your 2 sofas. And you do have a table as well up here on top of the bed. That's where it's currently hiding at. Now, one of the things I talk about the Happy Jack bed system, when you do lower this, so you have a couple different things you can do. You can leave this right up top if you want. That way you can lower the sofas down without having this in the way. When you're ready to bring this down, if you're going to use this and have people sleep on it, first thing you want to do, folks, is bring the sofas all the way up to the top. The reason is this right here rides on the top of this, and that will allow it to come down slowly. If you pull these safety pins out right now, this bed's going to fall down to that level. So you want to make sure you raise all these all the way up first. But again, great sleeping space. One of the other things I think is pretty cool is this right here. You do have drop-down hangers. You can see those right there. So if you need some extra hanging space in here, you can flip those down, hang up your jackets or whatever else right from the bottom of the sofa. Large windows on the sides. You'll see they have this nice leatherette covering on there on both sides as well. That, again, those are kind of higher quality than what you'll normally get. Just unbutton those all the way around if you want to let the light in. Right down below, you'll see one of your 2 exhaust vents. You do have one right there. Your other one will be right up top here. Plenty of electrical outlets in here, folks. Again, you'll probably have some people sleeping back here. They're going to want to plug in their cell phones, things like that. You have electrical outlets on this wall. You have another one on this wall. You have LED lights on the walls, making it nice and bright in here. Of course, LED lights on the ceiling there as well. You'll also notice you have a fire extinguisher in the back. I say that because sometimes, people don't remember where it's at. Not as big of a deal in a travel trailer, probably very few issues, but when you have bikes, quads, other things in here, it's probably important to know where that is at. You kind of have a little jump sofa right over here, nice and easy to use. As you can see right now, I have it folded down, sit here, it's pretty comfy, gives you extra seating, especially when both of these are down. It's nice and easy to talk to people. Obviously, this does fold up and out of the way. Speaking of that, based upon what you have in here, folks, these do have different orientations on these sofas. If you need the extra height, these do swing down along the walls. So all you have to do is pull the pins right here. You have one up here, one on the other side. That will allow these to freely swing down. You'll want to keep this locked. What that does is it locks this top part of the sofa right here, so that way you can use that as leverage. If you unlock this part of the sofa is going to roll over because it is a rollover sofa, and then you'll have the sofa swing down on you. So just so you know, again, you do have a couple different orientations there. So we make our way up a little bit further here. We step into the kitchen. Gorgeous kitchen in here. You see you have the thermoformed countertops, so upgraded countertops. Beautiful stainless suite of appliances. Double bowl stainless steel sink with the decorative high-rise faucet there. You have the, again, stainless 2-burner cooktop right over to this side. Underneath, I think this is a great option. They went with a convection microwave oven. So if you want to do some baking, you can do that. You want to warm up a frozen burrito, pizza, whatever, you can kind of toss those right in there, which is pretty cool. Right down underneath, you see you have some additional storage there, and you have 2 drawers. That way you have one for your silverware, and then another one for some of the other utensils like knives and things like that. Electrical outlet for the kitchen right over here, so if you have to plug in a coffee maker, something like that, you have that. Underneath, you have an LED light to help brighten things up at night. The window to, of course, let in natural light during the day. Great storage across the top, folks. Take a look at that. Beautiful storage there. It does have a shelf built in, so that way you are able to maximize all of that space. Some accent lighting here, too. You'll see you actually have under-the-counter lighting, which is pretty cool. Again, helps give that little aesthetic piece, kind of that pop when you walk in. Norcold fridge freezer combo. Again, you have the stainless panels on there. We open that up. Plenty of space in there, nice and big. You have the drawer right down below. This unit does run off both propane and electric. Also has automatic switchover, and the thermostat is right here on the outside, so it is easy to change that. Up top, you have some extra storage there. It is strut supported. It's a little bit taller. You're probably going to want a step stool if you plan on getting up there. So if we take a look right over here on the door side, you'll see you have storage right there above your jump sofa. Of course, a window underneath to help let in some light. And on the side, here's your main control panel. You can take a look there. You have your tank monitoring panel, your water heater. Notice how it does run off both propane and electric. If you have shore power where you're at, you can turn both of those on at the same time for faster recovery. Power awning there, and so is your master bed control for your Happy Jack system in the back. Entertainment system right over here. Up top, you have your charging center. You'll see you have dual USB port there, as well as 12-volt hookup. Your TV hookups are right here. Multimedia center over to the side. This is a DVD player, folks. You have a little button right there. Push that. This face unit drops down. You can put your DVD in right there. You'll see the audio video cables here to plug into your TV. And then underneath you have some good extra storage. You can see you have a shelf built in there as well. Excellent spot for shoes. What other items you want to stuff in there, you can certainly do that too. And then right up here is the bathroom. Foot flush lever toilet there, good leg room. You see the shower off to the side of that. You have a couple of shelves in there as well as a hand wand. Plenty of ceiling height thanks to being a toy hauler. You also have your vent fan up top there to quickly help moisture escape. Over to the side is our mirrored medicine cabinet with storage underneath the electrical outlet for anything you need to plug in. Good sized countertop there with your sink and some additional storage underneath that. And lastly, right outside here, guys, is your fixed bed. So if you don't want to sleep in the back, you have this bed right here, perfect for 2 people, nice and comfortable. Privacy screen there as well. Over to the side here is an electrical outlet in case you need to plug anything in. If you want to watch TV, they did put a backer in the wall, so you know exactly where to mount it. The connections for that are up top. Emergency exit over to the side there. Storage up top with electrical outlets. With a light, another electrical outlet over here. And this one is wired for solar. So if you want solar panels, you have that hooked or that pre-wired right there. Now that we've seen the insides, take a quick look at some of the outside features of the Jayco Octane 222. Starting off right up front here, folks, you do have a power tongue jack. That way you can quickly and easily connect and disconnect from your tow vehicle. As you see, flip of a switch will raise and lower the tongue. You also have a light here up front in case you're hooking up or disconnecting at night. And in the rare event this does fail, you can pop this little cap off right here. There's a hex head down in there, so you can manually raise and lower the tongue so you're not stuck. Right behind that, you have 2 20-pound propane tanks with the cover here. And down behind that, you have your big cargo tray right up front. That way you have plenty of room for wood, for a campfire, or, I know a lot of people, even though it says not to, they put portable generators there. But really, whatever else you want, that is a great extra cargo space right there for you. You have the diamond etched plating here kind of up front, help protect from some of the rocks and debris that get thrown up by your tow vehicle. And right down below, if you want portable solar panels, you can plug them in right there and it will trickle charge the battery for you. Coming around to the side here, power awning. Touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it go right back in. You do have an adjustable pitch on here. You simply collapse it and then you can tighten this, which will hold that in place for water runoff. You'll also see you have 2 outside speakers there. As I mentioned, those are controlled by that multimedia center inside. But again, that unit's Bluetooth capable, folks. So if you want to sit here underneath your awning, you can control that via Bluetooth with your smartphone. One of the great things you'll notice here, if you take a look, folks, you don't have any vents on this side. So that way you can, drop your tailgate open, have airflow coming through there. You can set all your chairs here underneath the awning. Just a ton of camp space here on the Octane. To get in there, of course, you can enter from the ramp door, or your main entrance will be these 2 steps right here with your grab handle. A couple of outside electrical outlets right there. And then if you take a look at the wheels, you have the beautiful aluminum alloy wheels on here. A lot of those look great now, but they will continue to do so because they do not rust. The roof on here is the Magnum roof system. If you're not familiar with that, it's something exclusive to Jayco, and they do some great things on there, folks. One, they help reinforce the structure. They have oversized nail plates, they use screws instead of staples, and they have 2x2 vertical supports instead of your 1xs. Also, on top of that excellent structure, they have a Dyflex roof material, which is probably one of the best membranes out there. It's a fleeceless TPO that essentially gives you all the benefits of having a rubber roof without the downside. So it's nice and flexible, but you don't have as much streaking and you don't have to get up there to constantly add additives every year. Coming around here to the back side, so you will notice, of course, your ramp right here. When this does lower down, there is a screen up there too, folks. So as I mentioned, you want to drop this down, pull that screen down. You can get awesome airflow coming through here without having a bunch of bugs and everything else come in. Up top, you'll see you have 2 sets of LED lights there, and right in between is your backup camera prep. If you want backup camera on here, having the prep makes it easier to install, meaning it's a lot cheaper to install. Quick look at the off-door side. You do have your ladder right here. You can pull these 2 pins out and swing this down, which allow you to climb up on top. And then you will notice you have some handles up top there as well, just to make it a little bit easier to get up there. Now, even though you don't have to get up there to put your additives, I do still recommend getting up there at least once a year just for basic maintenance. But, it is a fully walkable roof. So if you want to get up there for a better view, maybe so you can see over the sand dunes, maybe you're at a sporting event and you want a better view, again, have everyone get up there, hang out, not a problem. Making our way up a little bit further here, black tank flush, outside shower with hot and cold water access. This, of course, will be your fresh tank fill, and directly below that is your city water fill. This will be your cable and or satellite inlet, 30 amp power cord right there. And if you take a look underneath, you will see your termination there. Lastly, right up front here is your battery box. And if you take a look right inside here, you will see you also have front storage. Right next to that front storage is a place for your sewer hose. That way you don't have to have it hanging out underneath your bed. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2018 Jayco Octane 222. If you're interested in this toy hauler and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.